The first set of compressed natural gas CNG buses at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The buses numbering 20 in the first batch was produced locally by Innocent Motors. The government said it was optimistic that the buses will help to ease transportation problems, especially at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. 5 of the CNG buses were driven to the forecourt of the Presidential Villa, where the President took a break from the Federal Executive Council meeting to commission them. The provision of the CNG buses were part of the demands by the organized labor movement following removal of subsidy by the federal government on May 29, 2023. Recall that the chairman and chief executive officer of Innocent Motors, Chief Innocent Chukwuma, met with the president last week at the State House. Also, President Bola Tinubu has sworn the new head of civil service of the Federation, Dede Wosinjak. Wosinjak took the oath of office at about 1 p.m. at the council chamber of the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja on Monday, just before the commencement of the Federal Executive Council meeting. She succeeds Dr. Folashade Yemieson, who served as a substantive HOS from March 4, 2020 until August 12, 2024, a day before she attained the retirement age of 60. The swearing-in ceremony comes nearly a month after the President on July 17 approved her appointment. The President also thanked the outgoing HOS for what he called an exceptional tenure. The National Youth Council of Nigeria has announced the cancellation of this year's International Youth Day celebration in solidarity with the #EndBadGovernance protesters who recently lost their lives. This decision also reflects their profound concern over the severe economic hardship and widespread hunger currently impacting millions of Nigerians. The announcement was made through a statement signed by the National President of the Council, Sukubu Saraigbe Sukubu, in Abuja on Monday. The statement stated that in light of the ongoing economic crisis marked by rising inflation, high unemployment rate and growing discontent among the youth, NYCN believed it is necessary to prioritize addressing these pressing issues over a celebratory event. It explained that the Council have submitted a detailed position paper to the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, the Minister of Youth Development, Dr. Jamila B. Ibrahim, and the National Assembly, adding that the document contained recommendations to alleviate current hardship and strengthen the role of Nigerian youth in national security intelligence. The Council urgently called on President Bola Tinubu to convene a national youth conference to facilitate dialogue between government officials and youth leaders aimed at identifying critical issues and proposing solutions to the economic challenges. And now to join on the topic of the International Youth Day, we have Ambassador Habib White. He is the chairman of Ogun Youth Assembly, joining us from Ogun State. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us at the news at this time. So if you can hear me, today is World Youth Day. And according to NYCN, it's not a day to be celebrated because some protesters were killed during the EndBadGovernance protest in Nigeria. Do you think this reason is valid enough? Okay, all right, it seems it's not with us at this time. Now, moving on to other stories. The West African Examination Council has withheld the result of 215,267 candidates from the 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination. This figure represents 11.92% of the 1,805,216 candidates who took the examination. The 2024 WASC commenced on Tuesday, 30th April 2024 and concluded on 24 June 2024. Speaking on Monday while announcing the release of the 2024 results, the head of the Nigerian office, WAEC, Dr. Amos Dangote, stated that the results were withheld in connection with various reported cases of examination malpractice. He explained that this figure was 4.37% lower than the 16.29% recorded in the WASC for school candidates in 2023. Dangote stressed that the Council would continue to sanction all cases of examination malpractice noting that school supervisors, teachers and candidates involved in such practices were undermining the educational system. Dr. Dangote also reviewed that the 73.79% of candidates obtained credit to above in a minimum of any 5 subjects with or without English language and no mathematics. This figure represents 1,332,089 candidates out of the total 1,805,216 who sat for the examination. You're still on to the news on Galaxy TV. Let's go on a break. When we come back, the news continues. We are glad to have you back. Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV News. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. You can also avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. The leadership of the Action People's Party (APP) at the national level has condemned devastating explosion at the Secretariat in Rivers State, leaving a trail of destruction and fears of escalating political violence in the state. APP, which is relatively new in Rivers State, gained attention recently after securing and decorating a building in the Eyebrow area of Port Harcourt to host the Secretariat. National Chairman of the party, Uchenna Nnadi, who spoke in Port Harcourt after inspecting the level of damage at the party secretariat in company of the State Chairman of the party, Sonny Wokekuro, and the Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Diso, described the development as an act against democracy. Chairman of the APP in the state said that the party is not deterred by the threats.
If anybody, those who have done this, have thought that this would deter us, unfortunately, it has given us more resolve to go on to do what we're supposed to do, because it's a clear indication of defeat on their side. It's a clear indication that we are doing the right thing, and we will not be deterred in any form at all. This barbaric act, this uncivilized act of people who think that they are reservoirs of violence, who think that they are reservoirs of knowledge, who think that Rivers State must control whatever they want or whatever they interact.
It's really a sad day for democracy. We condemn it in its strongest term, the act of bombing our Rivers State chapter secretariat. It is a heinous act. It is an act of terrorism. It is a treasonable act.
The truth of the matter is that PDP is emptied into APP. They're totally empty. And the earlier they understand that, the better for them. We are not deterred in any way. We are not deterred in any way. We're only asking that the governor of Rivers State, he's been doing well, and he swore an oath to uphold the laws of this land, to defend life and property, and he's doing that.
You know, I heard about this yesterday, and we deployed our teams to come here and take charge of the area. The bomb squad has been sent here, and I'm waiting for their report and moving from now. But most importantly, everybody have to take their security very important. Like I quickly sent in our officers in here yesterday, because anywhere there's explosion, there's likely to be a second one. So we move people away from that.
We as a party, we are not deterred. we are sure that they are getting the signal of Rivers people joining our party.
Now to other stories, the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Obowolabi Akinloye Olakuleyin, or the Olakuleyin I, has performed his first official duty as the Olubadan of Ibadan land. Olakuleyin on Monday crowned the Otun Olubadan of Ibadan land, Senator Rashid Ladoja, as one of the beaded crown obas in the ancient city. The event took place at the new Olubadan Palace located at Okearemo in Ibadan North Local Government Area. The event was attended by the acting governor of the state, Barrister Abdurrahim Adebayo Lawal, who presented the staff of office and certificate to the newly crowned monarch on behalf of the state government. Also in attendance were members of the Olubadan Council, family heads, political office holders, and well-wishers. Olubadan, the consenting authority, who crowned Oba Rashid Ladoja and had earlier presided over the first Olubadan Council meeting of his tenure, and used the opportunity to congratulate the people of Ibadan land on the renewed unity among Ibadan kingmakers, which will translate to peace, progress, and development in the land.
In exercise of powers conferred on me by Section 28(1), Cap 28, Volume 1 of the Chief Law of your State of Nigeria, 2000, and any other powers in that behalf, I confer on you the title of His Royal Majesty Oba Senator Rashid Adewadu Ladoja, the Otun Olubadan of Ibadan.
Philip Shaibu, the reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, has returned to office and instructed the staff to do the same. In a video broadcast on X on Monday, Shaibu wrote, in adherence to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, he announces his official resumption to the office. God bless Edo State, God bless Nigeria. In the video address, Shaibu directed those who have not resumed work since his reinstatement to do so immediately or face consequences. He emphasized that the Federal High Court's judgment, which reinstated him, meant his office was never vacant. He warned banks against conducting transactions with his office without his explicit approval, citing illegality. Shaibu also expressed sadness over the killing of a police officer attached to the Edo APC governorship candidate, which occurred upon his return to the state. He noted the suspects have been arrested. Additionally, Shaibu revealed that he has requested the state governor's approval to reinstate his aides, but is still awaiting a response. Operatives of the Nigerian Army 63 Brigade Asaba have destroyed the illegal refinery site at Lokwa, Eastern Agbo in Delta State. In a statement made available to newsmen by the Acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jonah, said the operation was conducted following credible intelligence of criminal activities in the Delta communities, which led to the confiscation and destruction of 8 cooking pots, 3 storage tanks, 12 feeders, among others. According to the military, 2 wooden boats with 10,000 liters of condensate abandoned by the fleeing criminals were handled in line with the mandate of Operation Delta Safe in the region. The illegal refinery site have since been taken over by operatives of the Nigerian Army, while manhunt for the suspected oil thieves is ongoing. The Ekiti State Agro Marshals has announced the arrest of 6 people who specialize in cultivating Indian hemp with over 2 hectare land in Ikere-Ekiti. Addressing the journalist, the commander of the corps, Olamide Oni, said that cultivation of Indian hemp is prohibited in Ekiti State law and Nigeria at large. Oni said the planting of Indian hemp is going on in some parts of Ekiti State and urged those behind the planting to stay clear from the state, while assuring that his agency will sustain its clampdown on drug users. One of the suspects confessed to the crime and regretted his actions. The commander said all the suspects will be handed over to the appropriate law enforcement agency for prosecution.
In all those communities, if they are not given their land, they cannot be planting as massive as that. In the past, we have had incidences of where they brought helicopter to come and be harvesting in that area. So the war has started with them, and I'm sure the state government will take a positive step to make sure that Ekiti is cleaned up.
Now we move to the international desk for more news.
Hello and welcome to the foreign news. A children's hospital has been evacuated as hundreds of firefighters battle to contain a major wildfire near Athens. The fire has sent a blanket of smoke over the center of the Greek capital and has forced officials to issue evacuation orders for more than a dozen areas, including the historic town of Marathon. Fire officials said the military hospital was also being evacuated. In an update, authorities said 29 water-dropping planes and helicopters were being deployed in waves as the blaze burned through forest and vegetation on the northern fringes of the city. Local media reported 2 firefighters had been slightly injured, while several civilians were being treated in hospital for smoke inhalation. At first light on Monday, more than 500 firefighters and 16 teams of firefighters specially trained to combat wildfires were battling the flames.
And that's all we have for you at this time. We thank you so much for watching. Do join us at 9 p.m. for more news. My name is Eribami Salako.